Bagfuel, baby.
Man,
What you was gonna ask now? I be nervous every time you be like,
me? You've been in the torture rack with all types of individuals, from Charlamagne, Joe Budden, Angela Yee, and you.
yeah, I love all my peoples.
Knowing how women are viewed for their behavior,
Yep.
would you change anything of what you did with horrible decisions?
What do you mean by that? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to course correct, right? Like I tried to.
Which is natural.
Like, well, Weezy and I have been very open about.
Y'all the
us,
most open people I've.
well, with our personal lives, but also our dynamic. And so I realized people don't really like honesty. Because we saw so many people pit us against each other, which I also think is just something they do for women. You see two women out, you feel like you gotta say one is better than the other, or one look better than the other. Like
They
I don't
do
think,
that with men too.
do they? I don't see it the same with men.
It's not-
Because you're not paying it, because it's not
Oh, no,
your
I
world.
pay attention.
No,
I be outside. I be looking.
It's not your world. Like, in your world, what you said, I don't really see that because
talking
I'm
about
not encountering that. I'm talking
Really?
about. I don't see that.
I'm talking
But
about in media.
I'm talking about in podcast. I'm talking about in podcast. They do that with men too. They do that.
I think the good
when
thing
I first got on, they did that with me.
Really?
With him, ask him like, why you fucking with this nigga? This nigga is so and so and so, and then in reverse. Yes.
Okay, I think it's, I don't know. I think
What you
it's,
thinking, man?
I mean, I just think the dynamics of how men are able to show up and how women are able to show up
Oh no, it's different.
are so different.
It's way different.
And I mean, to me, you're damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Like when it came to horrible decisions, we laid it out. We had therapy.
Y'all laid it on the ground.
We let it be known what our personal relationship is and how we operate business. And to me, seeing how much people didn't like the honesty, or they felt like they wanted us to be such besties and hang out, I hid that for the last year of See the Thing Is. Because I was like, niggas don't want honesty. I don't have to come on here and tell the audience that me and her aren't seeing eye to eye, or me and her are actually not friends anymore. And it was tough because I'm just like, okay, we're gonna give you what we choose to give you. And it just sucks because, again, leaning into the honesty and being transparent, and then the opposite, when it ended, niggas felt like bamboozled. They said, well, why you ain't let us know shit was rocky? And I'm like, I done let y'all know shit was rocky with Horrible for 8 years, and we be up and down. Me and Weezy are in a great space right now. But it's like, we let y'all know, and y'all could probably tell when we not fucking with each other. It was even harder to show up on See the Thing Is and not let the audience know at all that, nigga, we just went at it, you know? So, I mean, I don't know. I know you asked
Thank you for that.
the dynamic of, I would love to ask y'all then.
Same thing.
How do you guys get over conflict? And if y'all are not in a good space, how do you show up and record when you're not in a good space? Or do you?
No.
Or do you just say, one of us going, like, because I ain't gonna hold you. We've gotten to the point where sometimes I'll let it be known, bitch, I can't sit next to you. So I'm gonna do this episode by myself. You do another episode by yourself, and we'll make it seem like we was busy. Like, but I would love to know, like, how y'all as men deal with shooting content if y'all are, like, not in a good space.
You still do it.
You just still do it.
You still do it.
Long time ago, he and I spoke on the phone. We had a nuclear argument, and we just figured out.
Come on, nuclear.
Yeah, if we just focus on the work and really stay committed to each other and making sure we all take care of each other, it's gonna work itself out. And there's been times we've had nuclear arguments. We did it in front of, before the Corey Guns interview, we had a big argument. His publicist was there to watch it.
Wait, y'all did this in front of?
Not in front of Corey Guns.
Okay, but in front of his publicist.
Yes, and it was game time, like nothing happened. And it wasn't on something we were faking. That's just men, we got it.
I also guess it's a little different because you focus, like, you're interviewers, right? Like, it's hard to literally be on the fucking, like, I want to fucking stomp this bitch right next to me, and I'm talking about...
It's been like that on the one-on-one shows.
But I'm like, I'm literally talking about the love of my life, or I'm talking about my depression, and so, like, even feeling like it's a safe space to do that with somebody where the energy is off, it's really tough. I know people also just assume, like, y'all pop up 1 hour a week and drop an episode. Nah, this shit is a lot more
you
than
work.
Pro. It's talking, and you gotta actually talk.